Welcome to the Hooch, where the only place more messed up than your hosts is the barracks on a Friday night or the VA. So get ready to stand by for your weekly dose of toilet humor and shenanigans from your fellow veterans, Coy Mack and Michael Grizzled Grunt Harris.
Hello, and good evening, all. I was trying to figure out what was going on with our Kick channel, so I try to fix that. But in the meantime, we'll keep moving on with the show. I got Coy Mack here and the one, the only, Michael Harris. How's it going, Michael?
Salutations. It's going. Had to write a paper today and got done with that, turned it in, and now here I am.
So sorry about that then, Barbara. You gotta remember we're Central Standard Time, which is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time.
CST, 7 Eastern.
But yeah, if anybody gets confused by that, just remember it's Central Time, but it's 7 o'clock on Eastern Time, wherever you are. But it is what it is. How's been your week with the holidays and Black Friday and all that? Since we're
Yeah, I don't celebrate Black Friday. I don't participate. Heck no, I don't participate in that. Yeah, my week's it's been chill, just my family's down there decorating the whole house, and I just been up here, doing my thing, But yeah, just school and more school, and that's it. I'm trying to get done. I got a couple more weeks, about 3 more weeks left in this part of it, and then I go into the industry part for another 4 weeks, and then I'll be completely done in February.
Catalina's on our Rumble chat. She's like, it's like you're on the wrong spot, man. I didn't know you're over there. I usually have it on Kick too, but apparently it went down. So I guess we're only on Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube. So congratulations, everybody. Anyway, I'm going to start the show off first with some funnies. We got a couple things we're going to talk about. We got Elon Musk laying down the gauntlet with the advertisers that are boycotting him and telling them succinctly to go put a cucumber in the butthole.
I love it. You know what? When I saw that, it was the most base thing that, besides, Donald Trump speaking, that I've heard in a long time. Because one thing about Elon Musk and people like him is that you're not going to threaten him with money. Yeah. He doesn't care. I don't care. He's not going to go against his core values and his beliefs, because a bunch of companies who had a stronghold on Twitter before in their advertising and their censorship, they had a strong hold on that, and now that they're not getting their way, they're pulling out advertising. He's like, okay,
sure, fine,
all right. I love it.
It is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. It's the I'm trying to remember the movie where it actually had John Goodman saying it. It's like you have to have FU money, right? It's like once you have FU money, then you can do just about anything. And if anybody in this world has FU money, it's Elon Musk, right? Because like Twitter was a pet project, right? His money is in SpaceX and Tesla, right? Like Twitter is like whatever. I don't care. That thing could go down tomorrow, and it's not going to be my fault that drove it to that. It's going to be all these people that are trying to shut it down. Like we'll get into it later, but the point is like having the FU money does a lot of things for you. So like you can't push them around.
And what did he say these advertisers pay? Like $1,000 a month for an advertiser?
No, I mean it's like
I think he said $1,000. I think he said $1,000 a month. What do you put out? He said, what is it? $1,000 a month? So $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year per advertiser. I mean, that's a fart out of his gross income or his net worth. You know what I mean? So he doesn't care. Wherever one advertiser drops off, someone else is going to come in that's going to get pushed. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Oh, you want to leave? Okay, this little company over here, I'm going to push them even further forward. So it's a win-win. Buy big advertisers. Nobody needs you. We're tired of you guys anyway.
That's what a lot of people are doing now, is like all the people on the kind of like anti-establishment side are going like, hey, that's fine. We'll invest into Twitter then. Like we'll make X still work. We'll put our advertising dollars right to him. So it's like that's cool too, and I support it. I pay monthly through the Twitter. So,
and the beauty about it, man, that old term, for every action there is a reaction, right?
Yeah.
So when Disney pulled their advertising from X,
Yep.
What happened with Disney and their subscription base?
People started boycotting Disney.
People started boycotting Disney. So yeah, Disney, you can pull advertising. It's not it's not hurting Elon at all. It's hurting you. This is how dumb they are. It's hurting you. It's not hurting him.
Well, you should hear how Bob Iger speaks about Disney later
Oh
on.
my God.
I've got his interview. So like Elon Musk and Bob Iger were having interviews in the same exact place, and it's hilarious of how different they are. But before that, I have something more hilarious than that. Is have you ever seen a man with no arm commit armed robbery?
No.
No arms. No arms. Like literally no arms commit armed robbery. Well, now you will. This dude, I don't know what or how he ended up doing this, but that is a non-armed robber. He is handy capable, not handicapped. He's handy capable.
How is that? How that?
Oh man, like I mean, I don't even know how he was going to be able to shoot with that foot to begin with.
How is
But
that
like,
even possible?
oh man,
I mean, that. How could you even take that seriously?
I wonder if either this is a jewelry store or a pawn shop. I'm not entirely sure. It could be a combination of both. Anyway, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't understand how that guy could take that seriously.
Okay,
Like,
even if
looking at
let's say he can do something with that. How many rounds do you think he's going to get off holding it in his
one,
foot?
I don't know, maybe two. Like, you
Maybe
think he
one.
practiced?
Because the kick itself is going to knock the gun because he doesn't even have a proper grip on it with his feet. And it's going to knock it out of his.
You know what's funny about that is he has better trigger control than most people. He has better trigger control.
And look at that person over there. What's he doing just standing by the door? I mean,
I don't know. He looked very confused, or maybe like she's just not even worried. Maybe that's an accomplice. I don't know. Like what's up with this situation, dude? It's crazy.
this is insane. And how's he going to run out of there? How's he going to leave? Is he going to drop the gun?
It's
What's
motorized, maybe?
happening?
I don't know, man.
Oh my God, what world do we live in? This is literally an alternate universe, man.
Oh no, this is just the 2023.
Mm.
And the epitome of 2023 is this line from Doctor Who.
Mm.
Why did you do that? Whoops. That was the wrong one. Anyway, so this scene from Doctor Who epitomizes what timeline we live in.
I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True.
You turn it up.
Sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they?
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always
The meep.
Oh, I do that. I promise.
Yeah. I know you guys probably didn't hear it as well, but she's like, how do you know it's a he or a she? It's like because the meep is the meep. Meep is the meep. I'm always the meep.
The meep is the meep.
Yeah, always the meep. Apparently they're murderous aliens, but that just was a anniversary special where they were trying to fix Doctor Who because of the whole Lady Doctor Who thing, and instead they just like doubled down on woke.
Oh yeah, woke is the new thing now. But as we're going to discuss, go woke. Some people don't even care anymore.
No, people don't. It's crazy, man. It's just 2024. Another good video is like some things just why do you keep doing that, you stupid thing? I am having technical difficulties today. For some odd reason. Let's try this again. It keeps wanting to add it to the screen that I'm already using. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, some things just transcend language. So.
Oh!
Jak putajo plao mo. Вдича, мо вдича.
Some things just transcend language.
Yeah, that didn't look fun.
Oh man. It's just sit down and just it's
You
like,
know,
either that was a good thing or a bad thing, but it seemed like it might have been a bad thing.
the more stuff you see on the interweb like this, the more you kind of wish and hope that great solar flash happens. Like,
Right?
we need this. Earth needs an enema. You know, we need a blackout. We need to go dark for about a year. You know, like
Need an enema.
for about a year, man. Just we need a reset because stuff like this
Mhm.
is entertainment to some people, and some people get a good laugh, and some of it's funny, and I get it. I look at some of it, but in general, it's like if you go to YouTube, there's just stuff on there that people get paid to do, making a
Mhm.
fool out of themselves for money. You know, the things people will do to get a
I know.
laugh and to make some money, man, is ridiculous.
There are worse ways to make money. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, there are worse ways. Another video, I'm not gonna do it the way I've been doing it. I'll do it this way. Seems to work that way. Is this I thought was pretty funny. So like, have you ever been in a moment where you're trying to maintain professionalism and somebody just says something that just you can't keep it in?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Many times.
Excuse me, sir. Can you comment on what happened with the fire?
It's still under investigation. We'll get back with you later.
At the very least, was it because someone was smoking Reggie?
He tried, man. Up until that point, he tried, man.
Yeah,
He had it. He had it. He almost
good
had it.
on him. Good on him.
Almost there. You almost made it, guy. You almost made it. It's hard though. Like, I mean, at least some little things like that to make the world go round, and then there's this next one that make me wonder why this world is the way that it is. That it is. I mean, I understand having a spirit animal and all that, but like if you're like go full cat, you never want to go full cat.
Meow,
Don't
meow,
do that.
meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow. Meow.
Where does he keep getting the cups from? That was the only other thing about that is like
He had all those in his pocket.
Meow.
I think they were in his
Meow,
pants.
meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Oh man. I get that humor is subjective, but it's like I laughed at this way too many times, and I think that's just man humor. It might be. I don't know, but like that is one of those things I'm ashamed that I laughed at for so long.
Yeah, everybody's level, you know, their definition of humor is different.
Yeah.
Some things are funnier to others than they are to others. You know, some things that are funny to you may not be funny to me. Some things that are funny to me may not be funny to you. So,
Yeah. And I think we've all had one of these butt puckering moments. This dude had one of those moments, and I don't know what I would do myself in this situation.
Somewhere beyond the sea.
what happened?
Did you not see it? Oh man. Okay. We'll play it
Thank
back
you,
for
Kat.
you. So he was grinding on this metal bar, right? It snapped. Right? It snapped off.
Oh crap! Yeah, I see it now. Ooh,
That is a close shave.
that is
Close
dangerous.
shave. Oof. Oh, dude. Like
Thank you, Connie.
I don't know, man. Like I can't believe having close calls like that. That would definitely make me pucker
Oh
up.
yeah.
I mean, I've had a few.
So you
close
don't mess
calls
with stuff
before.
like that.
It happens though. It just happens. There's nothing you can really do about it, man. Especially when you're working with heavy tools and machineries and stuff like that. It just sometimes things happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can really do about it.
No. Too close for comfort, though. I don't play around in that area.
Okay, since we did some of that, let's make some fun of somebody. I wanted to play this guy last week, but we missed it. Oh yeah, sorry. Too close. I got too close to the microphone. My bad. yesterday, like last week, like I said, I wanted to bring up Donut Daddy. Damn it! Why do you keep doing that for me? All right, Donut Daddy, who
I love
has
this guy.
this dude has made a name for himself of being how do you call it? Thirst
Sexy.
trapping.
It's
Thirst
very
trapping.
sexy. It's kind of hot.
Oh,
And
man,
I'm straight.
thirst trapping.
I'm straight. And I was even like,
So the thing is that this dude makes really good food. It's just that what he does with the food is absolutely
hilarious.
like wrong. Absolutely wrong.
No, it's so awesome. Oh man, I watched it. I was like, man, I need to start doing something like this.
I mean, you could probably pull it off, but I'm just saying that like the dude's doing like thirst trap videos for that. So
You don't know what you do.
I like it.
I don't want to get DMCA'd, but like getting in like the whole like dragon fruit thing and like sniffing it, it's like this whole thing. It's like it's too much, dude. You're like too much. But it's like
still delicious
the
food.
looks good, though. Like it looks good.
Yeah,
But then he's doing like really awful things to the
oh man, it's great though. It's so you guys need to go check him out. He's I dig it, man. I dig what he's doing.
I want to make fun of him because of like how like crazy weird this whole thing is, but then he's making like legit food. That's the only thing that's weird about it.
Yeah.
To me. Like look at like it's art. He's making like legit artwork with it. Even though he's doing weird doing the weird things to it again. Jesus.
That is
awesome. Yes, there you go. That's exactly what it is. Turn from Jim from American Pie. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I would describe this dude. He has video upon video of him doing awful things to donuts. Even like okay, this is the one right here where he just like goes full into it. Because like it's weird. It's like I wish I could play the audio from it because it has like copyrighted music, so I can't do that. But the slap on that dough.
Yeah, look at this. It's hot.
It's too much, man. Like
I wonder if people would watch it if I did this.
I don't know. Maybe. No, you're right. Got all the that's right. He knows his market. For sure. Like this is absolutely for like suburban housewives somewhere. Like, absolutely suburban housewives that are really lonely right now. Looking at these videos and going, yeah, that's right. Bake those donuts and that whole business. It's just weird. I just thought it was funny. I wanted to bring everybody's attention to that before we get into the more serious stuff. But my gosh, if you want to check it out, dude's TikTok is the Donut Daddy. If you want a good laugh but also see good food, check out this dude's videos. It's funny.
Hey,
I can appreciate
like Pat said, it's a great marketing tool, and you know, it's something
lonely and ready housewives. Yes.
It's something us chefs can appreciate. I appreciate the food, but I also think the other part is pretty entertaining. So,
oh yeah, you know,
I mean,
look, he's got, you know, this is how many likes he has, and he's gotten like 500,000 subscribers. So I don't know how long he's been doing it, but that's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
Not too bad. Nothing to shake a stick at. That's for sure.
I think I'll test it out one day.
You test it out. Well, I mean, I guess that's a good segue for our next section since we're already talking about this. There was a dude who met up with his favorite OnlyFans model, and apparently this dude right here, that's a little weirdo, is his number one spender of Ruby Rose, and he spent $62,000 in 1 month subscribed to her. $62,000 for 1 month on OnlyFans.
That's a car.
That's a Tesla, man. Yeah, that's a Tesla.
That's a car. There's no way. There's no way. And you know, being on social media a lot, and I'm on just about every platform out there. I have a couple people that I know that do have OnlyFans pages.
Mhm.
Me personally, I've never been to the OnlyFans pages. I just know they talk about them or they put them up, but I've never gone into them and, looked at them because, I don't want to see people like that. That's your shit. That's your thing.
Yep.
Do your thing. But there's guys out there that
Too
pay a
much.
lot of money. And there's ladies out there that pay a lot of money to men too. So it goes both ways. But
I don't know if the men's section of OnlyFans is as lucrative as the women's section. I'll bring up the numbers here in a second, but I wanted
yeah,
to
let's see that.
some of the funniest comments came out of this thread. His meat every day.
Holy yeah, every single day.
This one is the best right here. It's like spending $30,000 and you can't even get a hug when you meet. The world is
Oh
cold.
man, that's crazy. That's like,
Look. He doesn't even, not even like a hover hand, nothing. Just like he's just awkwardly there. And then,
yeah,
like I said, on this dude's shirt, it says, "If I die, delete my browser history."
I mean, think about like strip clubs, right? Especially
Yeah.
in the military, they're everywhere.
Same vibes.
And you get them young guys, those young single guys who will go in there and spend their whole check at a strip club on a weekend and nothing. They don't get to touch them. They might get a hug. They might get a kiss on the cheek. They're buying them drinks. They're spending all their money for nothing. And then the next payday, they'll go back and do it again.
Yep.
It's a
I like
waste
this
of
one.
money.
There you go, Michael. That's what he wins.
Oh my God.
It's the
no way.
glasses too, dude. Like that's the Netflix special they'll run if he ends up being a serial killer. Is just that right there.
I don't know. Coy and I talked about this backstage, and I asked Coy the
man.
question about if he was single again and he met this girl and they started dating, and then later on in that relationship, he found out or she told him that she had an OnlyFans. Would he stay with her? And your answer was what?
No, I mean, if she kept it a secret, but
Yeah.
we're like during the relationship, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, you would have to tell me straight up and let me marinate on that a little bit. But if you come at me like, surprise, I've had it since we've been dating, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's pretty
I don't
crazy.
know. I
So
don't know.
apparently, she's not the only person that he does that with.
So these ladies aren't lying about how much.
170,000.
Yeah, they're not lying about how much money they really make. There's that one podcast where he always has the females on the panel. You know which one I'm
Yeah.
talking about. And they're like, why would I do this if I can make this on OnlyFans? I was like, well, you can't rely on OnlyFans for the rest of your life because eventually, guess what?
Yeah. There
Mother
goes.
Nature takes over and people aren't going to want to see it anymore.
Some
All right,
of the
what do you-
numbers here are pretty crazy. There are more than 2.1 million content creators on OnlyFans. There are more than 210 people who use OnlyFans. OnlyFans has paid more than $5 billion to creators.
Holy
$5
crap.
billion dollars to
I need to get
creators
into
on
that
OnlyFans.
market. Oh man,
It's pretty great. So the top OnlyFans creators earn about 100,000 per month on average. Every day, 500 new users join OnlyFans.
wow.
Using OnlyFans can earn more than $2 million per month. The average, but here's the thing: the average creator of OnlyFans only has 21 subscribers, and the average creator on OnlyFans approximately only makes $150 a month.
That's $150 of.
Yeah, and the average fee is $720. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth the amount of things that go into that, but that's the statistics of it. There are some more that I thought were really interesting. Where's the one here? Oh yeah, it was the highest paid statistics right here. These are the highest earners on OnlyFans. 20 million.
Wow.
$20 million is the highest grossing creator. Bella Thorne is at 11 million. Cardi B.
She's on OnlyFans?
Yeah. 9.4 million.
And
Mia
somebody that's
Khalifa
not
is making $6.4 million on
and
OnlyFans.
somebody that's not those two. Who is that at the top, the number one? Who is that?
Black China.
Oh, yeah, I could see her making more. But
Yeah.
they're all
So like,
celebrities anyway.
yeah, most of these are people that are pretty famous, but yeah, like they're not earning chump change on by any means. That's for sure. It's so nutty. How much money is actually going through your hands in that? But it's just a point that is a problem that there are people that have problems. They have addictions. They have problems. This guy apparently is a crypto whale. That's the reason how he can spend this much money.
Oh.
And it's probably one of those dudes that got money and then, what they do when they get money, they just go stupid. Just because you get money doesn't mean you're smart. So he like invested in crypto early, got a lot of money, and then he spends the money like he's dumb. It happens. It happens. You don't get smarter when you get money. That's for sure. Not like Elon Musk. I mean, you had to have been smart in order to get the money in the first place. But this guy just got money and is still stupid. But he needs help. That's honestly what it is. So some people are saying this dude actually was a guy that was on MTV like back in 2009 about porn addiction.
Yeah, go figure. But again, what skill? I don't know. It's just the way I think. But if everything went down, let's say that total blackout, no internet, what skill outside of that would these people have? You know what I mean? Because without that, what do they have to offer society? You know what I mean? All that money
They
and all
don't
that
have
stuff that
much.
they make, if that went away, then what? What now? And where I'm getting at is a lot of these people were relying on things, just crowdfunding and all this money from strangers through the internet and all this stuff. But if that went away, how would you survive? What skills?
Not well. I would say not well.
And these guys are throwing their money away for what? For what?
Turned down for what?
Waste, man. I'm all about investing. If I'm going to give my money to any female, she better be worth my money. And I don't mean giving it to her as like, here you go. I think you're cute, money.
Here's your money.
Giving as in a relationship giving. Money can be in, time, a lot of things can be considered, wealth. But I would never in my life give that much money to some chick on the internet. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, man.
I love myself too much, man. I have too much confidence and self-worth to even lower my standards like that. And I don't care how pretty she is.
And you shouldn't. But like I said, like the issue with this whole bit is the fact that this dude is spending awful amounts of money on OnlyFans, and it's like you have a problem, dude. Like if somebody was spending that much money on drugs, you'd be like, hey, bro, you need some help.
Yeah.
Right. It's the same thing, man. Like spending that much money on basically internet hookers is probably not a good idea to do with your money.
No, and it's just if you take look at that money that he just pretty much throws away. Well, maybe it's not to him to throw. It's his money. We'll get that out there. It's his money. He can do what he wants with it.
Yeah.
To him, he's not throwing it away. Maybe he's helping her out with her Croatian classes in college. Maybe whatever. But he could be putting that money towards something that's actually going to help society, man. Like there's a lot of things out there, a lot of people, a lot of stuff he can donate to. If he has that money just to throw away,
yeah.
in our point of view, throwing it away, maybe not in his point of view, he can be doing a lot more, for the world. People with that kind of FU money.
It's the same thing with gambling and people spending money on like games, online games or whatever else, like spending massive amounts of money. It's an addiction problem. Like you don't enable addicted behavior. And so like this guy needs somebody to say, hey bro, man, like I know you like it, but like they're not gonna like you. I mean, you can't go to a strip club and expect the stripper to like you because you throw money at her. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
You got to learn that lesson early, sir.
Yeah,
early.
I'm one of those people, I consider myself well off, but I'm very, very like cautious when I spend money. You know, it's just like every time I spend something, it's always an investment in myself. You know, do I buy myself splurge every once in a while? Of course, we all do. But 90%, 95% of what I spend is an investment. I'm always investing in something, you know, my mind, my craft, you know, my kid. It's always something that I'm giving toward there's a return in it. I don't just throw money away, man. It's just, and then when you do it, I bet when he gave her that 60 something $1,000, his initial reaction was like, what the hell was I thinking?
I would hope so, but like, dude, he spent the equivalent on both of these women as two people full-time salaries,
Exactly,
like legitimate salaries, and that's what's insane to me. It's like I get like you see a nice car, you spend $100,000 on a nice car. Like I get that, man. You see a classic Chevelle, right? You want to buy a Chevelle. It's great. It's from the 70s. It's a 70 Chevelle, and you're like, I want that. And you buy it. It's expensive, but at least it's an investment, right? It's a toy, but it's an investment toy. You can sell it if you need to. You can't sell pictures that you just bought from her. Right? It's like maybe you feel philanthropic. You know, you're like, I'm helping put this girl through school or whatever because you're the sugar daddy. But if you're not getting anything in return, it's like, what are you doing, dude? You're literally just paying really, really awful amounts for pictures that just about anybody with 725 can get.
Nah, yeah, you know, Kat said, invest in yourself, man, and you know, eventually, you know, he'll look back on this one day, and I don't wish anybody anything bad, but let's say one day, all that money's gone, man. Everything, like I said, you're relying on that money right now. Then one day you're going to look back when that money's not there anymore, and you're going to look back at everything you wasted your money on. You know, when you could have invested that money in another way and got something back from it, except you just pretty much gave it away. You might as well just dropped it on the sidewalk and been like, hey, you can have it, you know, because there's nothing you're getting in return but 5 seconds of pleasure, whatever you do with it. And then after that, once the pleasure is done, because this is what most people live in, they live for pleasure, not substance.
You damn hedonist.
Yeah, that's the problem with our world. Everything is pleasurable. We need that pleasure. I don't want pleasure, man. I want substance.
Yeah,
that's what I want. I want something long-lasting substance, something that's going to bring something to my life in the long term, not this quick, you know. And that's what he wants. He wants that quick pleasure, and that quick pleasure's exact word, quick. It's going to go away one day, and he's going to look back and regret every decision he made.
Yeah, that's true. If you're going to invest money, you should invest it wisely. And I think investing in a culture is a good one. So Daily Wire just released their new comedy, Lady Ballers. And I wanted to show the trailer for everybody because I think it's absolutely important with what's happening in the world today and the likes of Bob Iger and Disney making absolutely awful things. Sometimes like I want to see things that remind me of the good old days, right? So like Lady Ballers is one of those comedies that look like it was made back in the early 2000s. Or so, or maybe even like late 90s, right? That's what it is. That's what I would like to see. So I want to play this for you all so you can take a look for yourselves and see what you think.
In a world where women's sports is being transformed, the Daily Wire calls foul with the most triggering comedy of the year.
Guys, this is serious. Sports can be your pathway to a better life.
Well, like yours?
Please don't steal my catalytic converter again. Winning matters. It's the key ingredient in becoming a winner.
Maybe you should try it sometime. Are you gonna move?
I am not.
Let's cut to the chase. I know you're not a woman.
Hey, you don't know how he identifies.
If you can beat them.
What do you know about the U.S. Opens for the Global Games?
You want us to compete as women. $5,000 prizes.
My lover says you were a great coach back in the day.
Join them.
This is the way the world is now. My 8-year-old daughter told me all about it. So a guy can become a girl with no physical changes at all.
Oh, that's called gender fluid.
So I can be a woman on the court and a man in the bedroom. I can't believe it. Nice!
You mean when you're sleeping?
Yes.
Alex, we could play basketball.
We have to get the whole team back together.
It's time
We're in.
I'm in. I'm in.
to play
Lady Ballers. Mount up.
like a girl.
I'm with her.
believe in my truth. This is my truth.
From heroes
Day one of being a girl athlete. I love being a girl.
to sheroes,
We could dominate every woman's sport. Running, swimming, soccer. I said sport, Felix.
It's ladies basketball, boys. Nobody watches.
Excuse me. Are these seats open?
Never mind.
getting dunks, and tucking trunks.
No, she didn't.
That's the biggest I've ever seen on a lady.
I don't care.
Lady Barnes,
One can even be trans age now, which provides Sheelix with a wonderful opportunity to relive all the experiences that she missed out on in school.
streaming exclusively
Pelted
on
that kid.
Plus December 1st.
Oh, we got to do a streaming part. Oh, no, it's already out.
Yep. It's already out, but it's funny, dude. It's absolutely funny.
That's hilarious.
Apparently they filmed this like all between like projects, so they only did it in like 20 days. Like they filmed the entire thing in 20 days.
Hey, it looks good. I'm gonna have to watch it.
And I think it'd be good. A lot of people, Roos reviews some of it has been good. They said they liked it. They thought it was funny. So if you want to invest in culture, do that.
Mhm.
Just like with Elon Musk. I think the Daily Wire and what they're doing is great. And we need more stuff like that. Honestly, we need more stuff like that so we can keep going and maybe bring back all the things we used to like. You know, good comedies when things used to be funny.
You know, the comedy's dead, man. What's that comedian's name that they've been going after? Rife, right?
Yeah, Matt Rife. Yeah.
Matt Rife. You know, comedy, it's dead. You can't make fun of anything unless you're on the woke side. Then you can make fun of whatever you want. But if you're kind of leaning right a little bit, you know, you can't say anything that's funny because it's offensive.
Yeah.
People
You know what Matt Rife did, right?
Yeah. What did he talk? He talked about something about domestic violence.
Yeah. He made a joke about domestic violence, and people like didn't think it was funny. The joke was like it was mid. It was okay, but like his response to the outcry was better. He said, "If you just like my comedy, here's a basically like a complaint line and like link or whatever, and it links to special needs helmets."
Oh, man. He was on Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson interviewed him. Did you see that?
The dude's great. Like I just think that like he built himself up a fan base of like mostly women, and that was bound to happen eventually. Honestly, like that's what it is. Like he's a good looking dude, and he was on TikTok, and then women gravitated towards him. They weren't there for the comedy; they were there for the eye show.
Mhm.
That was it. That was
Well,
it. Like he does really good crowd work, so that's his stick.
I
And he's
dig it,
really-
man.
really
That's the
good
comedy we have to bring back because we've said it before, man. If these people would have grew up around Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, you know, all these old school comedians who said the most stuff today, man, would get them canceled big time. Let's go back to those days, man, where people weren't so offended. But you know, today's society, everybody's offended by everything. So
yeah, and I think not only is the Daily Wire, but the Elon Musk is leading the charge in that. So recently, he got into hot water for things he said on Twitter, but it really goes down to the fact that they've been trying to cancel X for a while. Media Matters, which is in a lawsuit with Elon Musk recently for defamation and tortious interference, is what they're suing him for. Is because they fictitiously made timelines which lined up with anti-Semitic and even like Nazi propaganda next to advertisers, made it so mess with the algorithm to make it do that, and then sent it to advertisers as an excuse for them to boycott X and to not advertise them on there. And so that's what this really stems from. It's from this coordinated effort between multinational corporations and certain left-wing activist organizations going after Elon Musk and Twitter, right? That's what this whole thing's about. And he basically laid down the hammer this week at the DealBook Summit for the New York Times, and amazing laydown of this journalist asking him questions. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna play the video, and I want to watch the entire interview to get more of a nuanced approach to what he was actually saying.
What was that trip like? And obviously, you know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now, but there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
But
go f yourself. Is that clear?
Is that clear, sir?
Yeah. Is it clear? Like,
is it? All is clear?
Yeah. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? The dude's telling you straight up to your face that he doesn't need your money. Go F yourself. Take your money somewhere else, and you can go F yourself. There's where you leave, someone else is going to step in.
Yep.
Someone else is going to bye-bye. And again, we said it earlier that they're hurting themselves. They're not hurting Elon by not advertising. He's losing a couple $1,000s. Okay. He just made $1 billion today, probably. You know, so they're hurting themselves, even though they're worldwide corporations. They're still hurting themselves because, you know, X, or formerly known as Twitter, is a very big platform, you know, for advertising.
It is, and it reaches a lot of people. And the thing is that they keep doing this whole the message, the woke propaganda. Everything is about the message, you know?
Yeah. What
and the ESG scourge.
And you know, it's funny how the left, mainly the left, always talks about fascism and they're anti-fascist and all this, but everything they do is, you know, fascist.
Yeah,
everything they do it's fascism
every single time.
So what they want you to abide by their way of thinking, or you're a fascist. You have to think exactly like they think and believe in what they believe in, and chant and protest just like them. If you don't do that, if you think outside that little box, if you think for yourself, you're a fascist.
Yep,
and that's insane to me. So don't believe
it is insane. Like, I don't know why people like. This is the thing that drives them nuts, is that when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he bought a crime scene. That's been said many times before. We know the government was colluding with Twitter to shut down free speech and to censor people they disliked, and goes against the narrative, right? And this is the same thing. What these people used to do is they could threaten them with money to get them to comply, right? So they would extort money from them and say, hey, do what we say, or else we won't give you money. And Elon Musk is like, no, I don't need your money.
That's right.
I got FU money. I don't need your money. He's not doing this for money. He didn't buy Twitter for money. He bought Twitter for his own agenda, period.
Yeah, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm a huge Elon fan because there's something that's off about him. I know he's on a spectrum. It has nothing to do with that. But it's just something else about him that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Just something, man. It's something. I just can't pinpoint it yet. But, you know, if you look at Elon, you look at people like Elon and Donald Trump. Donald Trump as president was the same way. He couldn't be bought, you know, and this is what they didn't like. And they're doing the same exact thing to Elon. They know that he can't be influenced. He can't be bought.
Yep.
And their threats don't work with money. Same with Donald Trump. Threats didn't work with money. He was a billionaire already. What are you going to do? What are you going to take from me? What are you going to do? You know, and they don't like people like that because they're so used to people towing the line because they know how money works, and it doesn't work with people like him. Take your money and kick rocks. I'm going to make billions off Tesla. I'm going to make billions off of SpaceX and all the other projects I have going on. So take your little advertising money, go somewhere else, go to Facebook, go to wherever else you have to go, and enjoy it over there.
And yeah, Chris, he does address this too. Like, you don't like his cars, and I like, some people love or hate his cars. It doesn't matter. It's he makes a really good point later on in this clip. I think, hopefully it's in this clip, where he basically says that he's tired of corporations pretending to be good while doing evil. And that really hits it on the nose. It's like all these people are for the ESG and all the political correct things to do, but they're only doing it out of, I don't know, like pretending. They're pretending.
Virtue
Yeah,
signaling.
virtue signaling.
It's
Yeah,
an act.
that's what it is. They're
Yeah,
pretending.
they're pretending it's an act. They don't really believe what they stand by. It's all about status. It's all about the optics of them believing in it. And if they can show the optics of them being by something when behind the curtain, they really don't care. But in front of the curtain, they're showing everybody that we care. We put this money and everything is numbers. They win support that way. But behind the curtain, Elon knows, just like Trump knew, just like everybody else knows what goes on behind the curtain. And the fact that he said that, I applaud him for that.
Yep. So let's listen to some more, because like this, like you said, like the reporter's reaction to this is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he did.
I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Bob Chapek.
Well, let me ask you then.
Iger.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
Why?
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
Mm-hmm. But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Then this goes back to
we'll both make our cases,
right?
And we'll see what the outcome is.
What are the economics of that for you? I mean, you have enormous resources, so you can actually keep this company going for a very long time. Would you keep it going for a long time if there was no advertising?
I mean, if the company fails because of an advertiser boycott, it will fail because of an advertiser boycott. And that will be what bankrupted the company, and that's what everybody on Earth will know.
What do you think then of the? Again, this goes back to the idea of trust, though.
Then it'll be gone, and it'll be gone because of an advertiser boycott.
But you recognize that some of those people are going to say that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, and I just wonder and ask you and think about that for a second.
Tell it to the judge.
But the judge is going to be
the judge is the public.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't have it in this clip. Right. I wish I had the full.
Well, and the left they used to throw out that term back when Twitter was, a cesspool for left-wing propaganda. They used to throw out that term. If you don't like it, create your own. Right.
Yep.
So if these advertisers don't like it, all these billionaires, Disney, Walmart, Facebook, all the big advertisers, all the big companies, if they don't like Elon Musk's stance on, when it comes to Israel, Palestine, whatever, politically, move your advertising, create your own platform, and advertise there all day. Mm-hmm. You can't blame Elon Musk for his stance outside of, whatever, even though he's a public figure. You can't blame him for his stance and expect him to bow at the heel or bow at the feet of these major corporations. In true narcissistic form, these advertisers, these big companies, are blaming someone else for the actions that are going to affect their company. And Elon Musk is right. It's not X's fault. It's your fault. I didn't ask you to leave. You were just upset on a stance that I had, and you're virtue signaling to the public, pointing a finger at me on why you pulled your advertising. And when your company fails, X has nothing to do with that. It falls on you at the end of the day.
Yep. You're right. You're absolutely right. I really wish I had this clip for it, but basically it goes down to what I'd said before, is that Elon Musk, like I said, is like he's tired of the people pretending to be good. Mm-hmm. They're always pretending to be good people while they're doing evil things. So like the Democrats will do that all day long, and rhinos will do it all day long. I don't want to just put it on Democrats because I'm tired of putting all of the political problems on one party or the other. They're both at fault, man. Like
Yeah,
both the rhinos and the freaking the dinos and the Democrats and the far leftists. Like all these people, man, they keep pretending to be good while doing evil things. And that's the thing we need to call out is the people that keep doing evil while pretending everything's hunky dory and
Yeah.
all right.
And we've called it out many times between both platforms is that, you know, on these platforms, no matter where we lean, we lean right. And you guys know we make it known that we do lean right. We're not afraid to call out people on the right. You know, a wrong is a wrong in our eyes. And that's the problem, you know, what Elon's getting at is that you get these people on the right, these rhinos and the left that get up here and talk about how great they are, how this, that they are, and they're just these angels walking amongst men. While behind closed doors, they're signing off on tons of evil stuff that the American people don't see. This is why I don't believe in putting any of them on a pedestal. I don't put them on a pedestal. I don't worship the ground they walk on, but you see it a lot with the American people. They got a little R behind their name and they're the greatest thing on the planet. No, they're not. None of them are. Don't believe it. They're all evil. Draconians, lizard people.
The draconian lizard people. I mean, we still have one more thing. So it's like, the show's not over yet, but thank you for sticking with us almost for an hour. We're going to go a little bit longer, because we got one more thing I wanted to bring up. It's the Navy doc that was bringing up the fact that there's an increased rise of heart-related issues in the U.S. military, like specifically pilots. Because, you know, what happened during a certain event in 2019 and 2020 and 2021 and stuff where they were forced to get a certain something.
Yeah, I remember it was a little something, you know, that I know exactly what they know what we're talking about. You know, that little
I won't say it for the algorithm's sake, but you know what we're talking about. We're all on the same page. We're on the same page.
We're all on the same page.
I kind of put it in the description anyway. It was like COVID shot or whatever. But yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, so like the big thing is right now is the fact that there's a Navy doctor that was pointing this out. He went viral recently, and the heart issues skyrocketing in the military. U.S. Navy medic says, and what was it? He said in the video, Ted Mace claimed that this is somebody else. This is the congressman. Claimed that the U.S. military has experienced a major increase in heart-related issues with helicopter and fixed-wing pilots. The Department of Defense data shows that a 937% increase in heart failure, and 152 increase in cardiomyopathy, and a 69 increase in ischemic heart disease, 62% increase in pulmonary heart disease, and a 36% increase in hypertensive disease, and a 63% in other forms of heart disease compared to a 5-year average before 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the original video.
So in July, Undersecretary Cisneros acknowledged the DMET data 2%.
I was trying to turn it down a little bit. Why is everything got to be so tiny? Okay, there we go. And of course, I have to have super difficulties. Jeez.
Interweb, they don't want us to hear it. They don't want the people to hear the information.
Yeah, I'll get it back up again. But yeah, like the fact that they've got such a massive issue in recruiting and retention is insane, because they were kicking people out less than a year ago because they weren't getting the jibbity jib, right? And now we have a bunch of service members that are completely broken. This is the only way to put it. They're broken. They're never going to recover from any of this.
That's right.
So in July, Undersecretary Cisneros acknowledged the DMET data, the database working properly, and also acknowledged things such as myocarditis rising 151%. So what I did, I went in today, I'm doing the same thing, 5-year average. However, I'm comparing it to 2022, and I only am using fixed wing pilots and helicopter pilots, active duty.
So that's an interesting point that he makes. He's only counting pilots. He's not talking about the entire force or in the military in general, because every single person in the military had to take it. These are specifically targeted group of fixed wing pilots and helicopter pilots. That's an interesting bit of information.
So we get hypertensive disease, 36%, ischemic heart disease, 69%, pulmonary heart disease, 62%, heart failure, 973%, other forms of heart disease, 63%, cardiomyopathy, 152%. So in July,
Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane that they
And
force people to take it.
And I know you brought up the retention and, recruitment. And one of the main reasons, so, in the military, it's known that the majority of people that join the military, the majority are usually like lean right. Yes, there are other demographics in there, leftists or people who are, independents, but the majority of people that lean right. So the majority of the people, you can assume that the majority of people that refuse to get the pokey poke kind of lean right. They're what they would call anti-vax. So for every action, there's a reaction, like we said earlier. Everything you do, there's an effect, cause and effect, right?
Yep.
So they booted all these military members out for refusing to get the poke.
Yep.
So now all these military members who have children who are of age or at that age to join recruitment, what do you think they're telling their kids?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. What do you think I told my kid? My kid wanted to. I told him, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not even worth it these days, man. I mean, I'll support you in anything you want to do. I told him, anything you want to do. If you decide to go, that's on you. But, your dad did all that time in the military, and I'm telling you, it's not the same as it was when I first joined, of course. And I was like,
no.
If you want anything, I'm telling you, don't do it. But if you do it, you got my support.
Yeah. And so now the Army's having a hard time recruiting, and now it's asking soldiers they dismiss for refusing COVID-19 vaccine to come back. That's the headline. That's just in November.
Yeah.
Last month of them saying, hey, we're sorry, guys. We're sorry we kicked you out, but can you come back? Because you're the only ones that are probably healthy.
But that's a trick. You got to think about it. Okay. If the military folded with this vaccine and, their hand was forced to make all service members get it, and they take that statement back, saying, hey, okay, we're not going to force people to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Another pandemic comes around because they keep talking about another one, right? They always say, oh, there's another one. There's whatever. That one comes out. Do you not think that the military won't say that again?
Yeah.
They'll do it
They
again.
will.
They will do it again. So if they ask me to come back, I'll tell them to eat a big bowl of what, and I'm not coming back. And you can keep it.
You can have all the cucumbers you want.
I'm not coming back just so you guys can turn around and change it again. Now that I'm in, you force me to get it now. No, it's not going to happen. Sorry.
And like I said, it's like they are having such a hard time that they are not only trying to do really good recruitment drives, but they are actually sponsoring anime conventions in order to recruit people.
Yes, and to BB's question, yes, there are still other vaccines, but there is nothing at the level of this one. And there's a lot of problems with this vaccine. We can go on and on and on about what we think, but the other ones have been around a lot longer, a lot more testing involved, and I don't remember having any side effects from the basic vaccines that we got.
The thing is that the vaccine specifically related to COVID is a special new vaccine type that's never been used before, and that was the mRNA technology. Older vaccines actually vaccinated you from catching something or preventing you from catching it. The mRNA vaccine did not do any of that. They said it did, but it didn't. Right. And so like we've covered this many times before, is like the numbers will come out eventually, and they won't even release any of this information for 75 years. So our generation will never know the true extent of how much they lied until like way later on. And even then, it's like the same thing with the Kennedy documents, right? You'll never know. Like they'll just lie to you and tell you it never happened, just like Area 51 was never a thing, right?
Yeah, that's true. And what I think about, COVID or whatever, COVID, And I think about the time the vaccines rolled out. Then I think about the season that the vaccines rolled out. I think it rolled out right around flu season, right? And everyone was getting their flu shots and their flu little vaccines. And then we had this spike in COVID. But instead of calling it the flu, they called it COVID. So, everything, if you start just adding all these numbers up and using your little graphs and string and everything, you'd be like, man, it came right after these flu shots. And then we had a spike right around flu season. And we just called it COVID, scared everybody to get another vaccine. And next thing you know, people were not doing so well. So,
yeah. And just to kind of leave it off on this, there is a new thing that's coming out of China. It's called the white lung, which is causing pneumonia, and it affects younger generations of people. So
no,
I'm not saying they're planning something. I'm not saying that they are doing something. I'm just saying that you might want to look out for next year, where there's going to be an election, and there's a mysterious illness coming out of China again that might cause an issue.
You got to understand, man. If people just think. All right, so it only affects younger people.
Yeah,
that makes no sense because younger people's immune system is usually a lot stronger than older. The older you get, the weaker your immune system gets. 2, what demographic are they always targeting for the future? For votes and everything, they always target this younger generation. This is why, if you look at social media, they're using a lot of these Gen Zers, these late millennials, to push their message. So if they can come out with something that targets a younger generation, they can influence all these young people to help push their propaganda.
Yep.
They're not going to go for us Gen X people, man, because they know we're going to look at them like, get bent.
It won't work to begin with.
It's not going to work. They know it won't.
Everybody's tired.
So let's scare the younger generation. They'll do it.
Yeah. Everybody's tired. Nobody gives a shit anymore. And we're done. We're done, guys. We're not doing that anymore.
As Gen Xers and elder millennials have this mindset of, it's my time to go, man. It's my time to go. You ain't going to stop it. However you go, that's how it's supposed to be. I'm not scared of no virus. I'm not scared of none of that stuff.
Yeah.
If that's the way I'm supposed to go, there's nothing I can do to stop it. You can't. You can slow it down maybe, but if that's it, that's it.
That's true, man. That's true. Well, anyway, that's it for today. Went a little bit over, but that's okay. That's okay. You get your full hour. You get your money's worth. And that's the way to be. We will be back with the Savage Patriots on tomorrow night. Same time, same place as always. Michael, you got anything?
Oh, no. Just continue to... I see a lot of you guys joining my cooking page on Facebook. Continue to like and subscribe all our pages. The Savage Patriots, the Hooch, the Grizzle Grunt, the Bro Kitch. Follow us on all our social medias. We do have our LinkedIn and on our page profile. So make sure you guys follow that, and you can find all of us on there doing our thing outside of this.
No, it's not LinkedIn. It's Linktree. We have a Linktree that has all.
Linktree. I'm sorry, link, whatever.
LinkedIn is totally different. We're not that professional.
Whatever. You know what I meant. Our Linktree.
Yeah, our Linktree. You can find it in the description below. It has a Linktree. Has all our links, all in one nice little place that's neat for you to go to all the places you want to get to. It's easy.
Good times.
So just go to our Linktree. Anyway, we'll be back here next Sunday at 6 Central Standard Time, CST, folks. CST. It's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. CST. I think that's 4 or 5 Eastern. I don't know, man. I don't.
6 CST will be 7 Eastern. It'll be 5 Mountain
and 4
Pacific.
Pacific.
So everything's an hour behind each other, an hour behind Eastern. So if it's 7 Eastern, just go 1 hour back, depending on where you're at.
Yep, there you go. Anyway, that'll be it for us in America. We love you. And we
are out. War.
According to your Facebook page, we aren't friends.